Welcome to our third day of trigonometry. Again, today we're not going to take traditional notes. We're just going to do two examples together. You're going to need your calculator and your packet. If in your packet right now, you could please find Trig worksheet number 3. Okay, so it says use the trig ratios to find x and y. You must show sine, cosine, tangent ratio, and round all answers to the nearest tenth. So what we did before is you set up a ratio in order to find x and y, which were sides of the triangle. Now we're looking to find the angles in the triangle. So looking at example 1. Again, we're going to have to set up a sine, cosine, or a tangent ratio. So I'm going to write at the top. SOHCA, TOA. It's always just a good habit. I'm going to start by finding x. You can find y if you want to, but I'm just going to start with x. So I have x, and I have this 5 and this 15. And I need to think to myself, what is 5 compared to the x? It's not the opposite, it's the adjacent. And then 15 across from the right angle is the hypotenuse. So I have adjacent and I have hypotenuse. Which ratio is that? Looking up here, cosine. So I have the cosine Sorry, a little bit of difficulties if you give me 10 seconds. Okay, I have the cosine of angle x is equal to, the adjacent is 5, the hypotenuse is 15. We can simplify that, don't even bother though. I want to get this x though, so I need to get rid of that cosine somehow. The way to get rid of cosine is inverse cosine. So that looks like this, cosine to the -1. So I'm going to take the inverse cosine of both sides. When I do that, these cosines are gone, and I'm left with x is equal to the inverse cosine of 5 over 15. And this is where you're going to need your calculator. Okay, you don't just want to hit cosine. That's cosine. I need inverse cosine. So in order to do that, I hit second cosine. And you'll notice it looks like cosine to the -1. Now do that 5 divided by 15. And I get 70.53. So that means x is equal to 70.53 degrees. I'm going to write that on the line. X is equal to 70.53 degrees. Now I need to find y. I again could set up another ratio to find y, but there's an easier way. Let's think. What do we know about the 3 angles in a triangle? Oh yeah, they add up to 180 degrees. So right now I have 70.53, which is x, plus 90, this right angle, plus y is equal to 180. 90 add 70.53 is 160.53, plus y is equal to 180. So I need to do 180, subtract 160.53. Again, let's go back to our calculator. 180, subtract 160.53. Y is 19.47 degrees. Let's write that on the line. Y is equal to 19.47 degrees. That's it. It's a whole problem. You do need to show both the setup for x and for y, like I did. So right now, if you could please pause the video and try problem 2 on your own. Please make sure that you show all of this work. Everything. You need to show me all of it so I know where you got your answer from. When you're finished, come back and we'll go over it together. Okay, hopefully you're ready. I'm going to start by finding x. If you started by finding y, that's no problem. I have the 7 and the 3. The 7 is opposite of x. The 3 is adjacent. Opposite and adjacent means I want to use tangent. So I have the tangent of angle x tangent of angle x is equal to 7 over 3. Again, I'm having a little difficulties here, so if you give me a few seconds, hopefully this pen, okay, there we go. Tangent is equal to 7 over 3. In order to get rid of that tangent, I need to take the inverse. So I end up with x is equal to the inverse tangent of 7 over 3. Now I need to go to the calculator from here. Please remember that you have to do second tangent, because we want that -1 of 7 divided by 3. And x is 66.8 degrees. So x is equal to 66.80 degrees. Okay, now my setup for y. I'm going to use the fact that all three angles add up to 180. If you set up a different ratio for y, that's also perfectly fine. So I have 66.8, add 90, add y is equal to 180. So I get 156.8, add y is equal to 180. If I take 180 and subtract 156.8, I get 23.2. So y is equal to 23.2 degrees. Hopefully that problem went well for you. When you come into class, we'll be finishing this worksheet. Thank you, and bye.